My name is Richard Morris, and we're going to go forth with kicking. Now I'm going to shake up some martial artists, and I'm going to be teaching how to do things differently than it's been taught for many, many years. I want to give you a couple of reasons why I do things differently. One is I'm 50 years old. I don't do things the way that I did when I was 25 or 30. When I was world famous for doing a jump side kick, jumping up 7.5 feet in the air, if I were to add up how old I was then, certainly it could almost be my grandson. I could almost be my own grandfather. So that's not healthy to jump up and down, and especially now I'm over 200 pounds. I want to show you how to do some things that will protect your joints. In martial arts years ago, before as the founding of the martial arts began, centuries ago even, they did not have mats. Mats didn't come into being until about 35 years ago or so. Most schools didn't have mats until the last 10 years. And so the mats pose a specific problem, because when you have a mat, your feet sink down into the mat, and as you rotate, it's going to cause terrific injury. What concerns me is that so many karate studios and jiu-jitsu studios and wrestling studios and aikido and jiu-jitsu and all these martial arts schools today, taekwondo schools, I'm going to try to say it a little slower, is that they do things that cause great risk to the joints. That's one reason why you see the advanced class getting ready for sparring, they'll put on a knee brace on each knee. Well, that's unnecessary and it's certainly unhealthy. We're going to talk about several things today, and I put it on the board to help give us a start. We have three different types of strikes. We have a thrust, which is thrusting or pushing straight ahead, much like thrusting, punching. A thrust could be downward. It could be in front, like a front stomp, backwards like a back kick, or sideways as a side kick. Those are thrusts. And then you have an extension. An extension is when you extend your arm, or the equivalent with the leg would be an extension with the round kick or front snap kick, because you extend your leg. Well, the opposite of extension is flexion, such as a heel kick, this way, coming in. It's used very little in street fighting. We're going to touch on, as we go through this series on kicking, not just kicking and how to do the kick and how to move in the kick, but how to use these kicks in a practical application out on the street. Everything that I do, I focus on how could this help me were I to be in a street fight.